It's time for Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
A look at the weirdest stories from our weirdest state.
We start on the open waters of Florida. Body cam footage shows Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission officers questioning a guy and also his girlfriend. The guy's name is AJ. They're somewhere in the waters near Key West. Well, AJ, you see, doesn't want his girlfriend or the cops to have his phone. I don't know exactly what was on the phone, but he is arguing with officers and his girlfriend over the phone. And he becomes increasingly agitated. Finally, he does what all cool-headed people who don't want people to get their phone do. He jumps into the ocean. That's right. The 7-minute pursuit back to shore led to his arrest ultimately on shore because you see there are police.
Wild idea, but it just might work.
Yeah, there are police on shore also. That's the thing. So at the end of your swim, you're just going to be arrested at a different location.
Did he dump the phone in the ocean?
Well, there were code violations in his on the boat, and I think that's why the cops initially stopped him. But they didn't have any IDs on them, and that's where the whole thing started. Now, it's unclear what happened to the phone. Albert, did he ever surrender the phone? I don't think so.
No, he didn't. He was trying to protect the passcode.
Right.
And
yeah,
the
they
phone
asked,
is
yeah, go ahead.
No, the news about the phone is still up in the air. We're not sure, but he is arrested though.
Yeah, but the most dramatic part of things is when he jumped. He's there with the officers on the boat. They want his phone. They want him to open the phone. He won't do it. Then he jumps into the water, and then takes him 7 minutes. He swims to shore, and of course, that's where he is arrested.
I wonder what led them to his phone in the first place.
Well, he had no ID. So they're saying, well, do you have any ID on the phone? Do you have any, you know what I mean? They're trying to say, well, what's in your phone? Let's look at your phone. I guess that was or maybe he said, I've got ID on his phone. It's a little unclear. But they wanted it on, they wanted onto that phone, and he did not want the password revealed. A Florida man caught on video running through a fire station in Jacksonville and catching an alligator that was taking shelter under one of the fire trucks. Mike Dragich, a licensed alligator trapper, said that he was called to the Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Station because an 8-foot gator had been living in a pond next to the station. It was preventing city workers from checking a meter. Dragich came in, we're showing you video now, and he got to work. He ended up pursuing the gator through the station, pulling it out from under its hiding place, there under the truck. And you see it there, wrestled with the reptile, held its snout shut with his bare hands until a firefighter could secure the snout with tape. As you know, we're sympathetic to the gators. We're always on the gators' side. But we'd like the gators to be safely removed so that the humans can do their work.
They really get everywhere there in Florida, in a fire station. Probably the wrong place. There's a lot of capable men in that place.
Walgreens had closed that day, Kim, but there was more activity going on after hours. A Florida man is arrested after he indulged in sweets and other various items inside a closed Walgreens.
Isn't that always the dream? You know, being able to live inside the store after it closes.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a wild idea, but it just might work.
Several hours
each.
Monday morning. He set up there in the Walgreens on State Route 44. After the store's alarm went off, though, the alarm company told authorities that there was indeed someone inside.
Look at the police outside. They're like, yeah, no, you can't be in there, dude.
Yeah. Security footage showed the man, Christopher Morgan. He went into the Walgreens at 9:40, and of course the Walgreens, I don't need to tell you, closes at 10. He went into the restroom, didn't come out until 2:42 a.m., and you can see there he began roaming around the store, according to the security video that they checked out, treating himself to various items like Tostitos spinach dip, chips, Reese's chocolate, Ghirardelli chocolate bars, Dr. Pepper, and Newport cigarettes.
It's like a party in the Walgreens.
Yeah, I got it. Guy covered probably what we all would. Yeah. So he said, I came in here to use the bathroom. No. Well, I guess the bathroom visit went on a little longer than he originally expected. A woman accused of dining and dashing does one thing that is, as usual, a rookie mistake when dining and dashing. She leaves her purse behind, which is oftentimes a problem. Yes, the moment of the dining and dashing is there, captured on this TikTok video. She was in a Longhorn Steakhouse restaurant. She bolted when she got the bill. An employee is heard notifying a party of 14 that their table is ready, but the woman who captured the video asked for a moment because she is witnessing the altercation going down at the hostess stand. Dined and dashed, the video says. You can see it there. But the idiots forgot her purse. So the manager is holding her purse. The accused thief is heard as she comes back to the restaurant manager demanding her bag back. The TikTok video has gotten a lot of popular support. And one has to say that, you didn't think that caper through. Mm-hmm. Dining and dashing is as old as dining and paying. I mean, ever since there's been dining and paying, there's been dining and dashing, but very bad mistake to leave behind any kind of identifying features. A Florida man accused of throwing an urn at his ex-girlfriend. It happened in Marion County, Florida.
Oh, no, with the remains inside?
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Dino Sclafani, 55 years old, there he is. And on the Mark Thompson booking photo scale, Dino Sclafani, very average. I'm going to give him I'll give him a 6.5 or a 7. What do you think, Kim?
I'll give him a 6.
Albert?
It's low for me. It's like a 4.
Yeah?
4.2, actually. 4.2,
wow.
sorry.
Albert is very, very tough.
He looks swollen. He looks like he got stung by a bee.
He does look a little puffy.
Albert, thank you.
Maybe I'm guessing that's
inflammation.
I'd be willing to bet my lunch that there's alcohol
I agree.
involved.
I think that might be a little puffiness due to alcohol. Deputies responding to a home.
Yeah.
They met with Sclafani's living ex-girlfriend who said that he was mad at her for talking about him moving out. According to an arrest affidavit, during an argument in her bedroom about Sclafani eventually having to move out, he allegedly threw a metal urn jar at the back of her head. Again, no reference to the contents of the urn. Certainly is a better story if it's the remains of a loved one, but we have no evidence to suggest that. He then fled, and he left his cell phone behind.
Oh.
Yeah. He was arrested weeks later, and now he is cooling his heels in the Marion County Jail. A Florida woman survives an attack by punching a massive 400-pound alligator.
Oh, wow.
This is a life-and-death situation. Rachel Thompson. Thompson, everybody. She lives in Temple Terrace near Tampa. She just finished her early morning run and went into her backyard for a dip in the Hillsborough River. I'm basically standing in shallow water, she said, and I look into the dark water, and out of nowhere appears the ripples of a giant alligator head. The gator attacked her, biting her leg. Thompson said she punched it in its snout. The thought came to mind, she said, this is your last move, and then next is his, next to roll you. And I just screamed, and I pried as hard as I could. Thompson eventually obviously got away, pulling herself up onto a dock. Licensed trapper removed the gator from the river. It weighed more than 400 pounds, as I say, measured 10 feet 8 inches. Thompson was taken to the hospital where she spent 3 days after her
Right now, it's mating season,
Look at
and
that.
they're hungry.
It's
Look how
scary.
big he is. Wow, he's huge. Don't you think, though, that maybe swimming in a river in Florida where there are gators is not the best and brightest move?
I agree. Every body of water is a potential place where the gator could live.
I mean, that's kind of what they do, right?
It is. It is. Kim is not wrong. I would think twice before I spent any time in those rivers.
Yeah.
But that said, she was in and did survive, and now she has a story to tell.
It's like being surprised by getting bitten by a shark if you're, out off the coast of Pleasure Point in Santa Cruz or Pacific Grove by Lovers Point. Like, these are places where, Stinson Beach in Marin. These are places where the sharks hang out.
Yeah, where there's a history.
Yeah.
I would suggest respectfully that the chance of being attacked by an alligator exceeds that of being of a shark
Yes,
attack.
that's right.
So I think it's more. So I think it's more damning to be in a Florida body of water than it is to be in the ocean. Chances are you're not going to be attacked by a shark in Santa Cruz. I don't care where you are.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm saying it's a coin flip in some of those Florida, especially now, as Albert says, because it's mating season and they're hungry. We don't want to pick a favorite, but we must. So quickly, remind you, a Florida man jumps into the ocean to avoid giving cops and his girlfriend his phone's passcode. He's arrested back on shore. The Florida man wrestling with the alligator inside the fire station. Mm-hmm. The Florida man had hours-long junk food feast inside the closed Walgreens. A woman accused of dining and dashing forgot her purse. And the Florida man accused of throwing an urn at his ex-girlfriend forgot his cell phone, which he left behind. And a Florida woman surviving the attack of the 400-pound alligator by punching it in its snout and prying his jaws open. We need to pick a favorite. First, what is leading in the chat, Albert?
The gator story. It's a lot of people loving the Kung Fu Gator Lady from John Slade.
Yeah.
Petite gator puncher. Lots of creative comments, but they like the gator stories. Over half the vote.
Over half the vote goes to Gator. Where are you on your favorite, please, Kim?
2 gator stories this week, and I feel like I have to choose between them. Both
It's
had
like choosing between children, I know.
excellent video, but I'm going with the lady, the Kung Fu Gator Lady. That's right.
Kung Fu Gator Lady.
Kim, how are you?
Very nice. Albert, how about you?
I'm looking forward to the follow-up story, if there probably is one, for the guy saving his passcode. I wonder what was on that phone. It could be a whole bunch of things, especially for a Florida man. It could be horrible things. It could be some funny things. So
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Albert, thank you.
I love the woman who dines and dashes but leaves her purse behind, actually. That's my pick. I know it's not, super Floridian, but I still think there's the stupid factor, which kind of does fall into this category. So leave your favorite in comments. Even if you're watching this in delay, we always do look at the comments. And so I'd love to know your favorite. And that, my friends, is Friday Fabulous Florida for today.
This has been Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
Y'all come back now here.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.